It's because you're not giving too much to the wrong things, the wrong people, the wrong priorities. Energy is expensive, and most of us are wasting it like it's free. You spend hours replaying a conversation with someone who doesn't even deserve your attention. You go back and forth in your head. Why did they say that? What did I do wrong? Baby, you didn't do anything wrong. You just paid your energy to someone who only ever gives you confusion in return. That's a bad investment. You wouldn't keep pouring money into a business that never turns profit. So why keep pouring energy into people who never pour back? Think about your mornings. You wake up and the first thing you do is scroll through your phone. You absorb everyone's life before you even connect with your own. Their selfies, their success, their opinions. Before your feet even touch the ground, your energy is scattered. What if, just for once, you poured into yourself first? Sat in silence, breathed, moved your body, wrote down your goals. That's not being selfish. That's being strategic. You can't serve the world if you're running on empty. There's that one coworker, the drama king or queen, always has a problem, always pulls you into it. And what do? You listen, you advise, you absorb, and by the end of the day, you wonder why you feel mentally heavy. Because energy isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, spiritual. Every time you let someone vent their chaos into your calm, you pay a price. It's okay to say, I can't carry this today. It's okay to protect your peace without apology. Now let's talk about those situationships. The ones where you give your time, love, loyalty, and they give you uncertainty. One day they're warm, the next day cold. They say they care, but their actions say, you're just an option. And yet, you stay, hoping they'll change. But every text you overthink, every moment you wait by the phone, every time you lower your standards just to keep them close, that's energy leaking. You could have built an empire with all the emotional energy you've spent trying to fix what was never meant for you. Even your goals. How many times have you started something powerful, something big, and then let distractions steal your momentum? You wanted to launch the business, get fit, write the book, but someone texted, someone called, some drama unfolded, and you gave your energy to that instead. And now your dreams are on pause, not because you're lazy, but because you gave your power away. You traded your purpose for someone else's nonsense. That's the real theft. Energy is not infinite. Every day you get a limited supply. And how you spend it determines the life you create. Imagine if you guarded your energy the way celebrities guard their privacy. No unnecessary access. No backstage passes for people who haven't earned it. That doesn't make you cold, that makes you wise. Because a powerful woman knows this. If it doesn't grow you, heal you, build you, or bring you peace, it's too expensive. You are not a charger for other people's brokenness. You are not a therapist for those who won't help themselves. You are not a doormat, a backup plan, or an emotional trash bin. You are a force, a flame, a full moon in her season. And every ounce of your energy is sacred. Start treating it like it's gold, because it is. People can only drain you if you keep giving them the plug. You've been too accessible for too long. Too easy to reach, too quick to reply, too available for people who treat you like an option. Let's be honest. How many times have you cancelled on yourself just to be available for someone who wouldn't do the same for you? How many times have you lowered your vibration just to match someone else's inconsistency? It's time to stop being so reachable. Become so unavailable that if they want to know about you, they have to Google you. You are not Wi-Fi. You don't have to connect with everyone just because they're in range. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is vanish from their expectations and reappear in your own elevation. Let them wonder where you went. Let them guess what you're building. Silence isn't a void. It's a voltage. And when you pull back from being always on, your absence becomes louder than any words you could say. Remember that one friend who only calls when they need something? Not when you're up, not when you're thriving, but when they're in chaos. You're not a 24-hour hotline for emotional emergencies. You're not a service. You're a soul. And you deserve reciprocity. You deserve people who match your energy, not just when it's convenient for them, but even when it's uncomfortable. Being unavailable doesn't mean being arrogant. It means you've finally decided that your peace is a full-time job. You don't have to post every move. You don't have to explain your growth to people who never clapped for your start. You don't have to prove yourself to those who once overlooked you. Disappear into your grind, into your glow up. Let them feel the silence. Let them feel the space where they used to distract you. That's not pettiness, that's protection, not revenge. Rebirth. When people start to say, "You've changed," smile, because they were never supposed to keep up with your evolution anyway. Look at the women who are building empires quietly, who are healing silently, who are no longer fighting to be seen, but choosing to be selective about who sees them. Power, that's privacy. That's peace. Even in love. How often have you been too available for someone who gave you breadcrumbs? You adjust your schedule, you bend your time, you're always ready. When they finally decide to acknowledge you, stop. Love doesn't live in desperation. You don't chase what's aligned, you attract it. You don't force effort from someone who only gives when it's convenient. You create space and let the right one step into it with intention. Become so emotionally unavailable to inconsistency that even your silence screams, "I deserve more." At work, stop saying yes to every favor, every extra task, every last-minute request that steals your time and sanity. Your boundaries don't make you difficult. They make you respected. You are not there to be liked by everyone. You're there to be effective, impactful, and irreplaceable. And people who don't value your time should lose access to your talent. Make them wonder where you've gone. Let your focus confuse them. Let your absence echo louder than your presence ever did. Become the kind of woman who's not seen everywhere, but felt everywhere. A mystery. A force. Feels like a shift in the air. The kind of woman who doesn't chase attention. She commands it by disappearing into purpose. And when they finally realize your worth, let them Google the version of you they were never ready to grow with. The best revenge isn't blocking their number. It's not writing long texts or throwing shade in cryptic captions. No. The best revenge? It's silence. It's elegance. It's becoming so untouchable, so elevated, that they don't even know how to approach you anymore. They can't recognize you because the version they played with, she's gone. buried, replaced with a woman who doesn't need to clap back because her life is already clapping for her. Remember that time someone underestimated you, spoke down to you, broke you, walked away like it meant nothing? Good. Let that burn. Let it light a fire so big within you that it becomes a furnace of transformation. You don't rise to prove them wrong. You rise to remember who you are. Because when you become untouchable, it's not about pride. It's about healing so deeply that their words no longer reach you. Their chaos can't find you. You outgrow the version of yourself who needed their validation. Take a look at your daily life. Maybe you used to be the one who over-explained, who begged to be heard, who tried to make people see your worth. Now, you let your results speak. You walk into a room with unshakable calm. You don't need to announce your presence. Your aura does. That's untouchable energy. When you stop entertaining drama, when you detach from proving your worth, you start attracting peace, power, and people who truly see you. Let's talk about social media. Everyone wants to be seen, validated, liked. But the real power is in the mystery. Stop documenting every step. Stop needing applause after every move. You are not building for likes. You're building for legacy. Your glow up doesn't need filters or hashtags. It needs focus. The next time they check your profile and see silence, let it haunt them. Let your absence scream louder than your presence ever did. That's untouchable. In relationships, especially those that broke you, you don't get back at someone by becoming bitter. You get back by becoming better. They thought you'd crumble, didn't they? That you'd stay stuck in heartbreak. No, darling. You became gold. You hit the gym. You read the books. You built the brand. You surrounded yourself with people who pour into your soul, not drain it. You became the type of woman he brags about losing. And now, even if he tried to come back, he'd have to level up just to approach you. At work too, there were people who doubted your ability, tried to keep you small. Maybe they spoke over you in meetings. Maybe they gave credit for your ideas to someone else. That used to hurt. But now, you've carved your own lane. You've mastered your craft. You're not asking for a seat at the table anymore. You're building the damn table. And you only send invites to those who respect your fire. You no longer need revenge. Because success whispers louder than arguments ever will. People will always have something to say. Let them. Your only job is to become so elevated that their opinions look ridiculous from where you're standing. They thought you'd fight them, cry over them, lose sleep because of them. Instead, you reinvented yourself. You became a woman so secure, so radiant, so unfazed that their energy can't even survive in your space. That's not arrogance, that's arrival. You didn't get even, you got ahead. And now, they don't even know how to reach you. Because darling, you became untouchable. You've heard every word, felt every beat. Now let it echo where it matters the most. Deep inside you. Because this is not just a speech, this is your wake-up call. This is not about getting revenge with anger. This is about rising with grace. It's about becoming so powerful in your silence, so fierce in your peace, that the world stops and takes notice without you saying a single word. Let them talk, let them assume, let them wonder, but you keep moving. Because lions don't respond to barking dogs. Queens don't step down to throw stones. They wear their crown, straighten their spine, and keep walking like they own the damn ground they stand on. Don't get even, get elevated. Be so far above the noise that their drama can't even breathe at your altitude. This is the era where you stop being available to every vibration that doesn't match your frequency. This is the season of becoming. Becoming a woman who doesn't chase closure because she realized her peace is too expensive for people who can't afford honesty. Becoming the woman who doesn't cry over closed doors because she's building entire castles behind the ones that opened just for her. Because she finally understood herself. You owe no one your time. You owe no one your energy. You owe no one your explanation. Your life is not a group discussion. Not everyone gets a vote. Not everyone gets access. And darling, not everyone deserves your light. Protect your peace like it's your empire. Because it is. Guard your soul, your mind, your growth. It's a temple. And not everyone is worthy of entering it. Listen closely. Your glow up is not a response. It's a revelation. They won't believe it until they see you walk past them like they never existed. They won't feel it until they realize they lost access to someone they'll never meet again in 1,000 lifetimes. And that pain, that regret, that silence, that is the loudest lesson of all, becomes so powerful that they have to whisper your name with a mix of envy and respect. Become so focused that their distractions can't even find a way in. Become so legendary that your story is told in rooms you've never stepped into, not because you shouted for attention, but because your evolution spoke volumes. And when they say she changed, you say, you're damn right I did. I outgrew the lies. I outgrew the pain. I outgrew the need to explain myself. I outgrew the version of me that settled for less. And now I'm in rooms where I am celebrated, not tolerated. Now I'm choosing me. Every single time. If you've ever doubted your worth, look in the mirror and repeat this. I am not hard to love. I am just not easy to fool. I am not difficult. I am just deeply aligned with my standards. I don't need attention. I attract respect. I don't chase. I choose. And if they can't meet me there, they can stay right where they are, beneath the level I refuse to shrink for. So go ahead, cut them off, but not with bitterness, with brilliance, with the one move they never expected. Leveling up so silently that the next time they see you, they'll have to reintroduce themselves. Because the woman they thought they hurt, she doesn't live here anymore. The woman they underestimated, she became a storm in heels. The woman they walked away from, she's walking into everything they said she'd never have. Remember, the strongest woman is not the loudest in the room. She's the one who knows when to walk away and never look back. You don't need to clap back. You are the thunder. You don't need to prove anything. You are the proof. They'll feel what they lost. But by the time they do, you'll be untouchable, unforgettable. And, darling, absolutely undeniable.